Hey everyone, how's it going? Today I made a video for all of you who are behind the screen all day, every day. And I'm going to explain that your brain actually believes that you are hiding behind that screen. Now, maybe you are, but in any case, when your brain believes you are hiding, that's no good news because you are adding to the chronic inflammation and therefore adding to chronic disease. And we're here to reverse chronic disease, right? I believe. Otherwise, you're in the wrong channel. So if you want to know how your screen time and how your sedentary lifestyle impacts your chronic disease and does exactly the opposite of what you want, reversing chronic disease, check this one out. 1/3 of the world population is considered to have a sedentary lifestyle. Now, while a sedentary lifestyle is not well defined, it's something like sitting more than 8 hours a day, taking less than 5,000 steps, or having less than 30 minutes of moderate exercise each day. The relation between a sedentary lifestyle and chronic diseases is known for a very long time, and it was thought to be due to like muscle wasting. So we were weakening the heart muscle, we were weakening our fitness level. Well, there's a lot more to it. And let's consider this. Just if you see yourself sitting on an average day, or maybe you see someone close to you sitting as they sit all day, each day. How do they sit? Probably a bit like this, like when you're sitting behind a screen, well, it's hunching, right? Probably it's not sitting up straight with a spine erect and your neck fully open without any tension. Probably not. Shoulders a little bit backwards. What we do is watching the screen like this. That hunching is real hunching. It's like hunching in the bushes or hunching under a stone. It is a means for hiding. It's a posture of hiding. And when do we take a posture of hiding? Why do we take a posture of hiding? Because there is something threatening. Because we have fear. That's what we do. Now, we, with our analyzing capacity, we can understand that when we are watching a computer screen, we are not hiding. Maybe we are, but in a different way. We are not really hiding from a big threat. But the brain does not have a mind of its own. We have. We can see that there's no big threat when we are behind a computer screen. But the brain doesn't know. It only gets the signals from the body's feedback system. The body tells that there's a fearful posture. There is a posture of making ourselves small. And that lingers on the activation of the sympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system clearly is activated when we are sitting a lot, especially in a hunched position, meaning that there is an increase of inflammation. There is a decrease of blood flow to our brain, so we can think less clearly. But there's also a flow of oxygen missing to our brain, right? So there are a lot of things that have a direct impact. The moment that we are sitting in a hunched position, the moment that we are sitting for a long period of time, that is a sickness behavior. when we are really sick, we are withdrawing, we are sitting, we are avoiding everything. So it's adding to the inflammation and the whole cascade that derives from this inflammation is going on. Blood pressure goes up. And when we do this for a long time, let's say for more than a couple of weeks, the immune system weakens just by sitting, just by doing nothing. We have to do this for a couple of weeks, but 1/3 of the world population is doing that. So at least for 1/3 of the world population, the immune system is not as strong as it can be. And this immune system can reverse chronic diseases. Therefore, it's so important to get moving, to get the micro and macro movements in your day, actually in your hours, every hour. Now, there's another thing. It's not only that this hunching or sitting gives a signal to the sympathetic nervous system, to your brain, that not all is well. Actually, there's a fearful situation. There's also another really physical reason, because when you're sitting like this, here in your neck, there is a passage of nerves, and there is a passageway for blood vessels. If we are tensing the neck, we are blocking this gateway. And it has been found that because we block this pathway over here, we can get digestive problems. Now, we can get those digestive problems as well because of increased inflammation via chemicals, but also really physically, mechanically blocking these gateways. So when we make sure that our neck is not tensed and we free up this space in our neck, which we do by erecting our spine and loosen up the neck, then we free up the signals that come from the nerve system and the oxygen flow in the blood. So that will help also directly. That also has a direct impact. Our posture, how we sit, and that we move has a direct impact on our health, has a direct impact on reversing chronic disease. Each day, every day. Now, because of these two direct causes, there is a plethora of indirect causes, like the inflammation has a big influence on our gut, on our digestive system. And a sedentary lifestyle is strongly related to all-cause mortality, to cancer, to heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes 2, overweight, obesity, osteoporosis. So many chronic diseases are related to inactivity. So, what to do? Well, you can do a lot for yourself with micro movements and macro movements. Today, we're going to talk about the macro movements. Really get moving to reverse chronic disease. Number 1, watch your posture. Sit up straight. What I usually do when I'm sitting behind my desk, I'm sitting usually when I make these videos like that, but for today, I changed my posture to show you sitting in a position, in an easy pose, an easy yoga pose with because when you're pulling up your legs and you cross them on the chair, so you have your legs on the chair, automatically you get a more straight spine. And then make sure that your screen is in front of you on eye level, so you don't overstretch your neck or understretch your neck. So make sure that your neck is freed. Never hunch. So make sure that your shoulders are backwards. Feel that you have a straight spine. And if necessary, put a timer. I would suggest with number 2, not number 2. My suggestion number 2, God, that you put a timer in your phone just to remind you every hour to get up. But also for this one, set a timer in your phone. So every hour you check yourself if you have a straight spine, if you're sitting straight, because hunching really is killing you. It can kill you if you do that for a long time. That relation is from all scientific studies really clear, that it increases all-cause mortality. So sit up straight every hour, set a timer, straight spine, shoulders backwards, and free up your neck, no tension. That's number 1. Now, number 2, set a timer to get up every hour. Only standing up will help. So get a glass of water, move along a little bit, really every hour. So set a timer, but really better, way better, is if you just take 1 minute for yourself. One high intensity moment for yourself, meaning that in 1 minute, you just get crazy. You get a high intensity, whatever, just next to your desk or whatever. You jog next to your desk or whatever high intensity movement you can make just in 1 minute. If not, because other people are watching, stretch, especially your spine. And you can even do that in your chair, but I want you to get up, of course, every hour and do some stretches, bend over, whatever, and do a little dance, get crazy. Your life is important. So, number 3, get at least 30, better 45 minutes of moderate exercise every day. Go out, go for a walk, 45-minute walk. If you cannot make it 30, but do it. Go outside, go for a walk, or do something else that you like. But it take some moderate exercise every day. And then number 4, scoop in, let's say 2 to 3 times a week, some resistance training. That is important because when you build muscle, your muscle is a big endocrine organ. It has the ability to make hormones and neurotransmitters. And if you build the muscle, they produce anti-inflammatory chemicals to help you reverse chronic disease. So all types of resistance training, if you do not have weights, use your own body weight, like push-ups or, crunches. Whatever you do to build your muscle will help you a great deal to reverse chronic disease, simply because your muscles are producing anti-inflammatory chemicals for you. Then number 5, that is a bit of a micro movement maybe, but it's really important. Your breath. When you are hunching behind a computer screen, you are activating the sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system comes in action, signaling a threat, danger. So it produces inflammation immediately. How to counteract that? With your breath, also with your posture, but also with your breath, because your breath is closely connected to the parasympathetic nervous system. And it's like a seesaw. When the sympathetic nervous system is activated, the parasympathetic nervous system slows down, and the other way around. So when we actively, consciously call on the parasympathetic nervous system, we tell the brain, all is well, no inflammation necessary, cool it down. And that is what we do with a little bit deeper, flat, regular breath. And when we do that for a minute, then, that will absolutely help to get out of that inflammatory state that we create with hunching and sitting. So I hope this helps, and that whenever you get behind your screen again, like right now, check it. Check your posture, and well, maybe you have to set a timer for 1 or 2 weeks just to remind you and create a new habit of sitting differently, a new habit of getting up every hour, a new habit of getting in that 30 minutes of moderate exercise every day. And your body, but also your mental health, will absolutely thank you. So with that, I hope this was valuable to you. If so, subscribe and check the description box below for a free training if you are interested in that. So see you next time.